and it's telling me that it's setting it up now. I'll do a quick introduction and we'll get started as soon as it tells me we're ready. And
Okay.
it looks like we are ready. So welcome everyone. It is Freedom Friday, and as always, we get to interview amazing guests and leaders in their community and leaders that are just blossomed all over the place and it's still looking to blossom, right? There's so much opportunity. My amazing guest, Miss Becky Evans, has so much history to share and so much opportunity to bless our audience. I'm excited to have you. Becky, anything you want to start us off with?
I just want to say hi to everyone and thank you so much, April, for having me. I think this is going to be a really amazing discussion, and I hope that I can share a few insights and some things that I've learned about leadership. So excited to be here.
You've been on a journey.
I sure have.
Right?
Yes, I have.
So Becky, as you know, the Freedom Friday was set up years ago. We've been doing this for a long time. We really want to add value to our audience. And most importantly, we know leadership is a really big discussion item today. It always is. And yet there is really a need for awareness of the opportunity. So educate us. First of all, what do you really think defines leadership? And how?
Leadership is something that I believe is a passion and a burning desire inside of someone. I know for me personally, I knew I was a leader at the age of about 5. And the reason why I knew I was a leader is because there was this special pizza place that I would go to with my family every Friday night. And one day it was my brother's birthday. And so I got up on stage and asked everyone to join our family in wishing happy birthday to my brother. So I led everybody at 5 years old to singing happy birthday. I engaged the audience and I inspired them and got them all to sing happy birthday. I think that's a real leadership quality when you can engage your audience, engage your team, even engage your family, and to have them follow you. You need to be humble and inspiring and excited. And I think people are drawn to that excitement as a leader. And, another thing that I've learned about leadership is that you really have to have a vision. You have to know before something comes out of your mouth, you've got to know what you're talking about, and you've got to have the vision and the plan to share with that team, and an ability to be able to teach them how to fish for themselves, to teach them a way, and then they'll follow and they'll do it and they'll be inspired along the way and they'll have fun.
Becky, you answered one of our normal questions of when you first knew. What an exciting awareness that you stepped on the stage so early. And yet share with people the journey you've been on, because to know that you could step on stage and have that confidence and to be willing to, you've been on stages for quite a long time. So share a little bit of that journey for us.
Right. So my journey started really in my senior year of high school when I was a leader in the community. And I had no idea that I was stepping into this role of being Miss Arcadia, which took on a whole different life for me. And I had to speak in front of people and talk about our community at, a senior in high school. It's like, wow, you've got all these audiences watching you and they're expecting you to know something. But I think it was just the confidence in myself and actually taking a brave step into the unknown that I got a high from that. And so that was kind of the initial leadership. Then my true leadership that I was paid for was when I entered into the Boeing company at 22 years old. And I've had a long career there of, I was promoted probably within 3 years into a management role because they saw that I loved people and I loved seeing people be their very best self. So I can always I have this innate nature of seeing the best in people, even when they don't see the best in themselves. And then I can pull that out of them and have them see, this isn't as hard as I think it is. Just be myself and I will, do such a great job in whatever I do because it's my passion. And so I think as a leader at the Boeing company, that's how I had teams follow me and employees wanting to stay on my team. And, I didn't have that high turnover. I had people that, just loved working for me because we had fun together and I really cared about them.
It's so important to have fun, first of all, to care. I mean, to
Yeah,
truly invest in a person, right? So
absolutely.
educate me, if you were to pick one specific skill that was really outrageously valuable that you saw for yourself and for others that really just rose up to the top, what would be that one specific skill or characteristic?
As a leader, we have a lot of responsibility. There is a huge responsibility as a leader for not only for your team, but for your financial management, for the work that you do and the deliverables that you have. But that one skill, I mean, there's so many, but I would really say that keeping your commitments. And as a leader, helping employees keep their commitments and deliver. That is a skill that people don't talk about very often. And that takes tough conversations. It takes bravery as a leader to be able to talk to someone if they're not keeping their commitments. And then also the ability to show them how to keep their commitments and what is it going to take, having that conversation. So there's so many, but I think that that's one very important skill as a leader is how to have those, very important conversations with your employees about keeping their commitments.
You said so many things there, and I conversations I've had quite a few people lately is, we have the choice to have justifications or we have the choice to have completion, right?
Exactly.
And the gift of completion is that we accomplish something. It doesn't have to be perfect all the time, and we need to give people room for following forward, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And actually, keep making a commitment. If you're not able to deliver on that commitment, having the guts to speak up and say, you know what, here's where I'm at, I screwed up or something came in the way. Even if there's, you feel like you're making an excuse, you've got to say it. Because it lets your customer down, it lets your friend down, it lets your family down. It lets, you've got to be able to speak it and communicate. And so as a leader, I think it's creating a safe place for those folks that are following you to be able to talk about anything. And that does not come easy. You have to earn the trust of the people that are following you.
And it's so powerful because trust, again, comes into that place of how do we have that conversation? How do we open up the door to create that safe place to be able to, one, express ourselves and then be able to say, okay, what does this mean? If and Harvard did a study years ago, one of my other coaches I worked with years ago, about what it looked like to have integrity in the organization. And they had a 200% increase because they learned that sometimes the definition of integrity is saying you're not able to do something. And that's okay. Or saying, I can do it by then. I can't do it by here. Or I choose to, whatever it may be. And so I love your conversation there. And to start our wrap up, because we attempt to be very concise in these, to honor people's time, thank them for the ability to plant nuggets, etc. The opportunity in leadership, and I love the way you set it up in that completing commitments and having the conversations. Is there anything, one, how you want people to connect with you, how you want people to follow up and get to know you better? And then to wrap up, is there any journey or story that really has resonated for you along the way that you'd love to share?
Oh my goodness, there's so many.
Right?
Because I have been through a lot of life. And I think as a coach, I think that that is so invaluable to people to be able to share your own story. And so that they know that whatever they've gone through in life, hey, I've been there, or I've seen other people go through it. I think that's so important. I think it's important for people to know that the last 2 years, I've basically had to restart my life from scratch. I've recently retired from the Boeing company and made that choice, but also had to restart a life being single, a life living in a different state, just a number of things that have caught up with me. And, it's all about being brave and stepping into the unknown. And resetting yourself and knowing yourself enough to know what you need and to ask for help.
And
So I've been there. I think my heart is to be a leader and to be a coach and to help others get through what their transitions are in life, because I've been through many, many of them. So
you just said that perfectly, young lady. And how do they connect with you?
thank you. They can get on Facebook and messenger me. They can email me. My email is Becky Evans Consulting @gmail.com. So there's a couple of ways.
And we're going to have some fun as we keep on moving forward. So we'll have some more updates in the future. The exciting thing is that, Becky, we met many years ago. It's always been a blessing to share time with you. We have lots of fun, and we come from that same heart-centered of how do we serve and how do we grow people to be the leaders that they have within as well. And it's always a joy to spend time with you. And
same here.
We look forward to all the fun things we're going to discover along the way. So thank you everyone for joining us. OneLightAhead.com is also an opportunity for you to check out some of our programs and resources. And as always, Becky and us are Habit Finder coaches. We have some resources there as well. And most importantly, have a beautiful weekend ahead and celebrate the opportunity to lead. Bye, everyone.
Great. Bye-bye.
Bye.